Open TV papa bi na watie de in fact at the sound quality bibia ye kama na in fact the odi ani mu timi se nipa yi se be enye nipa na akire no na mom nyansa no efiri ni na yam se wo kan ye no a abusua haya na se wo ye dan utie KMTV wo no wo ai social media platform bia but modern se obebiem now de hwe because nyansa sem afutuo ene ne wo asua pa.
They're coming to arrest us. For what reason? They say you have two options. Either you go to Lindela or you go to Kosimapur.
You can't afford to miss KMTV. KMTV, yeah, God bless you.
I think I prefer to go to Kosimapur.
South Africa, I've been in South Africa for 3 good years.
That sentence that I did not for that crime that I did not commit.
South Africa, assassin in your desert. When you go to the Bible, desert, those areas, they are careful. Ya careful, would you and they empty free? Now, my God, idea, all the bands, you to home, na abo, na unya bibiedi, ya buy gold, ya buy everything, no mum yem penny for no, na edi. This is the right time, I see a libre. Na and fire how cotton crofobia said now one. I didn't tell us, me free Ghana. Or my cron Ghana. Yeah, you be and me shiraye. Me see me check Ghana or I go to South Africa.
Let my family go to Lindela. I am going to Kosimapur and I will stay. They took my babies. Their father will take care of them. I'm gonna go to Kosimapur. Why? I want the whole Africa and the whole world to hear this. If we are here, it's not because we want to live in this street here.
I wish I come back. Me try, yeah. But the very moment I hear me said me bad. Even though I me, Makoda prison, my cells at the prison. But yet they may bad no many. Why? Because me see Kotokano, most of my day at home. Because
no one in this world would prefer to stay in the street with his family. Do you understand? We ran away from our country because of the crisis. And that crisis is this international communities that are causing it. And all of you, you know, we are aware of that. They are using Rwanda. They are using Rwanda to attack our eastern part of the country so that we must not be stable. We must be running here and there to other countries.
South Africa, compare our economy to Ghana, are far better than here.
Omunye fa omundru hey ba natural resources ne asase ni bibia nyame e dia manipa. In fact, my Ghana, we are far ahead of South Africa.
And what do you want the South African government to do about that?
All we want to do, the UNHCR agency, they have the rights to protect the refugees. Is this how they protect refugees? And the UN, they're there in DRC, they call it MONUSCO. They've been there for more than 25 years. Still, there was no solution for that problem. Meaning it's the politics that they're using so that they can continue to loot those mineral resources because of the envy. The whole world, they're envying our mineral resources. No country in this world has mineral resources like DRC. No one. If anyone is here to contradict me, say it openly in front of the camera. DRC is the richest country in the whole world in terms of mineral resources.
More than 100, 200, 300. So this one is nothing, but it is because of, how social media and they are costly. And I say, I say, because I have very, my from
I'm not happy at all. We have the right as human beings.
Oko bush background says you be an maybe tia near yedma or monte be so they are dear TC Caso said the penny for a cano. Then so come no or more money dear because nim diano any sabi a trim one day.
Medin Eddie Magina Kwesi, aka common man with the common sense. Me and a medin yans and free men I am ever we as mensia. Means runipa, but me buadia ferradia. but wo de besi a metwa nti hweye unye nyansane a free platform so me ne nyansafo ne nimdifo ne bo eno nti uye nyansane dia subscribe like comment CCA. Alright, we stand for Mima Akwaba and from Kmtv. Your social media handles are who do nyina so. Your Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and any other social media handles are who do nyina. And ne yaba wonchen enu bedi nkomo kakra. Na nkomo ambedi no misrew openi a ote minsa nifaso yi. Before yebe bobo nra eye 11th of June 2026 ewo Mexico, America, Canada. You say when a World Cup no year bono. Na South Africa, a African nation, and Mexicans for any Shia. Na before then no, ye name Ghana for be dinkomo. Ebusa almost say send almost me who a match no. Almost say nipa bebre kasa a nyina no nipa ba akopɛ na support to South Africa.
Mexico be South Africa 3-0.
Okay.
3-0. Nti omo twa bet no omo for omo ntwa. Ombedi. Na South Africa for pa be Mexico. Me support South Africa because na dem mo dey ko support o my dey. Omo ya mo omo mpe bere. Pe do omo dey aye ama Ghana. Ya shiri sika. Chase oma pam yon kwa fokwa se ayo mo stores muni oma japade na South Africa for the ya ko support o ba yede
2-0 straight up. 2-0 straight up. South Africa lose. Kon yo man am de Ghana for fashion enye mra so kra no kra ma nya de zeza ma mu ya kra ya hi na ze ko wi ase afana mi na obi am pesa South Africa be ndi be so mu lose. Mexico will lose almost we are city.
Analysis I met media mamon say I quite the first match Mexico ebo home and obeshe South Africa 3-1. Mexico 3 South Africa now. Support Mexican because South Africa for omoya dey am who say omo kan Africa.
Who would I support and why? As a Ghanaian, as you can see, I got this thing from South Africa. You know, we say blood is thicker than water. Yeah, not that I'm a South African, but I've been there. It's because of South Africa that at least now I have the source of my everything. South Africa is going to score. And not that maybe, so how we say, because he's from South Africa or he has been to South Africa. But the fact is, they are a better team and they can score. So South Africa is going to score. It's a must. That blood, therefore, I can no way support the white. South Africa is going to score. I'm not the only person. I know I will have more than 10 people who also support the fact that today we're going to win. And every day we'll do that. You know, South Africa is a country, they are very strong size, you know. If you compare South Africa even to Ghana, I will tell you they are stronger than we. But we still believe in ourselves. How much more South Africa? It's true, that's what they are doing. That is a fight, it's another thing. And it's different from football. So I don't want to, you know, bring their act in terms of football. Football is quite different from being xenophobia or chasing somebody away. And not only South Africa, Trump is doing the same thing. Go to other different countries. They are doing the same. Now it is time and it will definitely come to happen. Even Nigerians, they once chased Ghana. Ghana must go. And even now, as I'm speaking to you, other places, they are chasing people. So the fact is, build your country, build it well, make it nice, and stay there, enjoy. That's the most important thing. What do you want from somebody's, hometown? Meanwhile, you have everything here. I'm not supporting the fact that they are chasing them, killing them. But I'm supporting the fact that if we're a Ghanaian, it is better. Our leaders, the presidents and staff, they should do something for Ghanaians to appreciate our homeland. We have everything. Why are we traveling? You travel out there and you are like a slave. I was there. They nearly killed me. But it is true. That is their land. This is my land. And I'm happy here. Nobody can intimidate me. Nobody. I'm free. So we have to develop our own. This is our own. Let's develop it. Make it attractive. And no one will feel like traveling outside. What are you going to do outside? Because everything that you're looking from South Africa is here. We even have, I mean, more than that. What else? South Africa, even no cassava, they don't even have. They don't have, they have nothing. It's a slavery. But yet, we want to go there. Let's build our own, enjoy, make it more attractive so that they will come. It's everybody. It's come back to your homeland. God knows why you came to Ghana. Why are you going to go?
Interview nipa be say 8 out of 8 no. Nipa pe na ka say onu di as African best opportunity ni cool African nation. How on be ne. And no saka say not just because of support omunimbo. But nipa do no kasa nyina say South Africa enye no ko ene Mexico.
Bad luck. And you know, and here it says we are seeing we are Canada, we are in a bit me affect you with different areas. A bit and right is here. Obia can do a that is true, and yet, but it could go a long way to affect you. Oh, baby, and uncle who here pa because when we are born, of course, na first short minute na say 2 goals in number because uncle Obia Yamano first red card, second red card. It will upon 9 against 11. Etika tama na ye bo 11 no kra no sa tam no mom na nka so mutimi ye dey e hold on but have they done 2 goals nyina bai enti tama why be ye mre kra no obo 9 against 11 sa tam no Mexicans anti-me anshego etubisa say why enti no this is what I am trying to say eye nipa nyina no wo so eye musuo and football luck it played a vital role. Luck is very important when it comes to football no matter how good you are.
It doesn't matter materials out of a call.
Never football. But so we lack free wa. Ebi paneti be do obi abase. Obi bo obi obebo abon just like that be a shepo. Oh, 18 football e move with luck. It the very moment we share say ya ohun nema na nipa anu bebre sorry tiawa. Ebe kwa tiawa and that is why we lost the game. And yes ebia na South Africa enimbo. Baka said me support them because omo Africans. And as omo say xenophobia they are chasing people away. Are better because I couldn't be pension be say Ghana or my
o say better say
better say ye because obi anko ni krom. You know me say amam panimfo no ye mpanimfo no this is the right time. Say on be trans no omo adwere. Na ye bi say ye hu say why? Adenti na ye nkrofo no obi apese wo firi kro no muko. Because like a chrono near my to ye bibia ye kama I think say I mean nipa tu kwan obi be a friend be hungry commandant so Rwanda nipa ko and so say me ko Kuwait be areas ye kamofo ye kun nipa and so still ye see ye ko why because ahana what here no a change say ye de sika den actually minimum
South Africa compare our economy to Ghana omunye far better than ye
omunye fa omundru hey ba natural resources ne asase ne bibia nyame e de amanipa in fact my Ghana we are far ahead of South Africa. South Africa dua kura ye bi I've been in South Africa for 3 good years. Dua ye South Africa omuni hwe asase ne ye desert. When you go to the Bible desert omo those areas no they are keso ya kesi wo mo sempo wo dua anya dey empty free. Na my Ghana idea o de banchi o toto ho mpa na abo na wo nya bibia di ye ba gold ye ba everything na mom ye mpanimfo no na edi enya. This is the right time o se ani bere na en fire how nkoto nkrofo bi se na hwan adenti na se me free Ghana o my kronkron Ghana ya ye bibia nya me ahira ye me si me ja Ghana ho akọ South Africa me koduru South Africa me nume ho I wish I come back just me try but the very moment I ye me say de me bad even though ne ya me makoda prison mother cells at the prison but yede me ba no mani age why because me see kotoka no mo se makoma yeden atomi yem because enye kro papa bia awo se sebi me ja oman Ghana yi ha ekona because me ko ba ye kra ni ndie kitu bia me konya ye no eboa me na me na wiase gina papa hairdresser but the only thing I make can say yet sika so say the mpanifo no eka no nanso so kom no omo mane die because nimdie no ene sebi atrimwodi.
Okay, based on the okay, I think say what experience is xenophobic attack ni be pain.
Where the anya hu sa we no kra na omoka wasma ni abere no enya xenophobia yetimi kadem for more than 2 weeks untimi mpia bonti upia beku edi sa wode wo fie wura ye good affair yetimi kuni pagu e mountain so bebre South Africa Ultimate Pia, ya did you nipa trim to say be a boy, cramai be, and as would try be any econo. Near we are boab of fruit on the akoto monk. I mean, I don't go. It's when I question I didn't party, a poker crabby, because of social media. And they are social media, no. Oh, no. That is why you say, I say, or more they have done this for more than 15 years. The very moment Mandela, that was when this thing started. It was only Mandela, that president, and now, or not the opposite, before, and now different people from different, countries should come and stay. But since you can't say Mandela, Massa, akoswa, na where and no grass will be a jadangui. You come nipa more than 100, 200, 300. So this one is nothing, but it is because of, how social media and they are and I say, I say, because I have very, my from Ghana for baby, I'm here. Call a bush background. Says here, be an amity or Monte, be uncle, so they are doing their work. Or me, okay. Or Monte cry, Ghana for crown, Habana, cause it's a binumaba. Or Monte,
Then a man call South Africa.
Because South Africa, because of say your economy, a Jumasam, Nemanko, ye Sikasam, BBI, now the Bohana, why the Bohana, why? So my dream is, yes, teaching, yes, you, that was the word, yes. And no, let me call it, but we could do one a minimum. Me see from one a minimum who said, no, way in your crew, because teaching now make quack and say, oh, Ghana, near culture, so young South Africa, now coach Radia, mammy, papa, be very careful, because and this are.
And that is it.
Would to mean foul certificate, ya war Ghana and South Africa send me the quack idea.
No way there.
Because Frosters, Nigeria for Afrodwa will be C class 1, a BB or VJS, and so as you are university. And Pampa will be a can say University of Cape Coast, or Betimania, a can say any certificates I actually say were we in Ghana, University of Ghana, at the actual. Not ya jina to for now ya baby who on China de answer what you said the certificate ne kura no eso sene no because I bet the kura want to mean kind it ya master of count or my bomb who said no so who call what is here a free be sakwa is where they will verify your certificate ye be bagana fre abisa ama ye school now call ye year we ye abibia ye kama na sa de no ba certificate ne ye de beka wo set no sakwa no and say what to be apply and that is going to take you more than a year. It was a while, rebel. The bad said, Ubejai, not Wakura saloon. Saturday Menina, the Kahwa, Mamkura saloon, Mikusia said me.
Yeah, a month for cancer, South Africa. Omuya quadro, Uno Wako, Mimim call order. Send it 70
a quadran the Omoya Boroso, because beginning no, the Omokani Seba no mono aircono. Omujiran kono man will fear, it's man na air day, a year juma, 80, Bema Bako, on your jumanemo, or Befa Mayo be a 7, be a 10, or mere nem plan for the yerenum, 80 more year juma, we are able to me be a man, more man. It is a 10 million, I was sending Ukruno, and as a Womprano, sending a 5, it is a massive in Nina, I will see a Sandy Bemaniska. Why, obviously, appetite, one, why, and the other day, who were fighting and that kind of stuff. You people were in the house and then you were working. So we have come, we fought for you. Yeah, me, mother, also, so we not tabana, course, and the way, Korangating Mukana Moy. 18 Omunya, the Omuni man, said, yeah, G and G, Bibri, and Pejuma. That is true.
Now, what about Ngumesianzo, apart from a Jumayanos, no, or Mumesianzo indigenous, no, or Mupe school call? Because Nipa Bibli can say South Africa, the Okoa, and Yadia, or Mupe Adisia, and our school call, and also no Crebenu. Oh, I don't dear, yet no Creb because majority no Esiadia, and not be brains so Esiabi, but a muache, be brainers Fiadia, because South Africa education dear, over the whole Africa crown, ye best universities in Africa, which means say the first 10 Bakope and Okra Egypt. First 10 best universities in Africa. Nina South Africa. South Africa newo. Bini baby ya. Eti the way almost is here there, and no more this you almost structure no BBA there. Omo very good. They learn. Omo learned. Just a few kakrebi. Now when you say foreigners na eko.
Oh, foreigners wo ha eko but indigenous na nkasa so bebre na eko bi. Yes say akwadufo no nso so edoso. Akwadufo no edoso but school there South Africa omo ko bi pa.
Okay. Say, all the can be say, mpanimfoɔ no na ntoto nneɛma yie no nti na ama ɛyɛ South Africa for so do say xenophobic na nya de papa nanso so hwɛ ne ɔmo yɛ na kwan bi so no ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ na mmom kwan a ɔmo fa so yɛ no na ofiri sɛ ɛtra so a intimidate nipa to the extent of killing somebody or harming others no ɛno na ɔnyi ntom deɛ na ofiri sɛ ɛyɛ lesson na wɔsɛ yɛ take from this actor ɛkɔ so na yɛ treaty Ghana for omotu kwan genuinely na yede omunam sa kwan so se na ebe ya omososo ebe nya motivated se omuntu kwan na ombetena omam
me da se me na wo ka say South Africans omompa kwantu se nye omo businesses KFC ne MTN nim some other area wo ba Ghana how de ye record na hese wo South Africans a omudo do yese why because omo atimi omo kra na se bi omo land no enye eye desert bibia nhede ni papa bia no omo atumi manage de nyansa na uduru South Africa na ye gi utum se wo ye South Africa ni na wo a wo ba no ye behwe na akopim 18 years a bad man grant na from 18 years wanya adwuma ye no wo say nyini na nya 60 years a ba ne behwe wa ma grants akopim da wo be South Africa na se wonya eisa ye ma wadro ni ase atua wo ka every month South Africa kura sabi all this is just obuye bibia te se aburuchire pepepe Ghana ha na akwa wo ne ma aba ne se bosumi bia brada be gis kana fa we oba but South Africa they do all these things nanka Ghana betimi aye sa de ma na boroso because South Africa ye ni sa have insurance na insurance me ko hospital dabi the very moment we can say wo valid ID card a wote South Africa no wo ko hospital wo ko free wo didi free everything e free enti wo yare a abana take care of it but come to see Ghana almost in fact babia na me kira there some of my colleagues teachers no almost here come hwe movies hwe Nigerian movies they do bia ko hospital ya see ko first cabra and this about they ask that are these people are they really human beings anya bia omo ye nipa omo dwene nipa ho ye di nipa ko to emergency no wo see yonko first camera and this monye operation sa na nipa na na sabi wonya aboa me why say Ghana we can cater for these things but in semuru ne nkwasi asem ne sabi atrimwodi mpanimfo a sabi train access so yakwa we don't care yemfa timamufo no yenwene wo mo na ka South Africa
what do you think ebeboama
de ebeboama yatumi atira kronumu na kronumu be ye de ebe ye fe be ye attractive any say yempanimfo no amim no yenya idi na yentoto niema bie ndwuma because yebetumi abie guarantee ntumi me enwuma but kakra na ewo ho no yasen agu no yegu kakra na anu dem werehoi ebi mo ba yesi even to kra yengu no go to abrochire ye ko outsider to sika ye nya free mu no enye easy enso ha yegu no yasai no oman nan kasa niam kakra bia ye wo no yagu ni nyina ene ma me pese meko into politics because I say politics na wo ye but then akoye two party MPP NDC omo mienu so mo awo man and that is where we are killing ourselves because we ba na we so ba sa na ye haye but it is time say empanimfo no ebe dweneti mamufo I will have to applaud this current president for now no who said the oil no ebeboa in a way but senka ebe to akoso sa
dia na oya hun say ebeboa
ye hia job ye hia ndwuma ewo oman no mu edi se oban bi ba na edwuma kakra na ewo ho no ye esia gu no we so ba na ogu we ya emoa bakwasi ndum GN we say banks it got to a point now we needed just 9 billion to survive those banks nanka ebetimi agira nanka oman yi mu sa banks ni nyina atumi aye adwuma na bisa ho say banks no na nipa dodo say na aye adwuma ewom but we were able to raise 20 something billion ebe boama ya gu sa banks no we were able to raise that money but just 9 million ebe sustain billion correct
yes small no
ya ntumi na mo yetimi nya de esu kasi huge money say you for good those banks but we buy and watch as ya or anya hweru wa revival GN there are people they to employ people ebe boa because employment nti ana ye dwane no adwuma nti ana ye ho kire ye and these are some of the things I don't know say ebe to akoso say ya say nkoso san
we know we are enemies to our own selves
yeah we are cannibals we are killing ourselves that's it we otia ne yonko otia ne konso no wabu no okuno onfa ho se be ono ne ho beto no eno yet Ghana, I am telling you, there are a lot of people coronavirus star. You see, we mo bi mu ko chese sika o man no mpanimfo ni bi tabari ya de koto to banks e wo China. Coronavirus buy wo ko hwa sisa bank no kuragu enti sika no ko tresi no. So man mu sika kogu ba bia ma o man no kura no se bi sika nke ye pe a e be boa ma ye sika no mu atumi aye du ye gold reserves na de ade a be ma si dan no da se si di akosoro aye kama. Papa,
ebinu say ebesa aba from I know why.
Ebesa aba from what we know is ene akwadi ye den ewom all because of the gold reserves and some other things aboa me mfa nkoma politician bia. But what I'm trying to say is senkasa na nkebeko na ka ye gold na ye tuo no ye nkoye enemies yankasa nkoye slaves. Me ye Ghana ni. In fact me emrofo aba muntu gold no could you believe say yetimi to gold ewo haya na ya de one bar e de atua workers ni nyina aka na ya tabari mako 11 helicopter mpa ni ya de kwa bruchire na yankasa yeti ha na yeti yesika so na wo bi aba ya de beko agreement say yanko ni say ya percentage you say for develop o mine no fire oba e ba bi to gold na beko na e kwan cry basa na no de hye kwan e ba bia chese yeti ase kakra bi mo na mo ba be to gold no fine but ye kwan nye enti nye when ya efaso say udru ya kan say techiri afisi pa side hawk look at how adwure no wo ho anke betumi ya adwuma but adwure no nya adwuma e ba ne sa nipadua no na ebre
nti hu ni say eye atrimo nim ne nim ana say eye trimodin ye
yenim ye mpanimfo bebere abrichire ne yakoye yenim we know all these things na mom si akaso omonya ne saa ese say sika no e baba beye oman no yie oman no beye kama because sika na ese be kwa kodi obi botom no ene ye de ye kwan sika ese kodi obi botom no ye de develop kro no e kwama timamufo no da bi ye yenim ba e ya brody beye we know it pa senka monye percentage mo fa develop area how said ye do mahini yi yemfanye ya monfa nkrofo ha etinipa e wo ha se gold ni etu a half on ya fa percentage monfa be 90 na foreigners ne ada ba bi no monfa bi a be 10 yenim kan kwasi na ya adwempo ne ya adwemfi pa
nti ha ay KMTV face the facts
sure
face the fact jumadi so na ne ye ne o ehia ya ye ne papa hairdresser ehia ya papa hairdresser ebi hia ya oni ye che sa enkomo yi me gidi ye se abo yi pa wasua de afrim but me hwe na wenye nyansane dia me yi wafri so me na platform ne me dia me da se be sia bye bye. Alright, we can for me akwaba informra KMTV your social media handles ahodo nyina so your Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram and any other social media handles ahodo nyina ene yaba wonchen enu bedi nkomo kakra nkomo ambedi no misrew openi a ote minsa nifasui before yebe bobo nra eye 11th of June 2026 ewo Mexico, America, Canada. You say when a World Cup no ye bono. Na South Africa, a African nation, any Mexicans for any Shia. Na before then no, ye name Ghana for bi din komo. Ebusa omo say sen omo simi hu eye match no. Omo say nipa bebre kasa a nyina no nipa ba akopɛ na support to South Africa. Interview nipa be say 8 out of 8 no nipa ba akopɛ na ka say ono dio as African or best supporting the co-African nation. I can say on and also I can say not just because of based on their okay. I think say what is
yenimo yenim yempanimfo bebere abrichire ne yakoye oni bibia fa porter ho oye den no akwa fili porter na say porter what is the porter akwasi obi anim say me wo hayi wo ba sunyan ne yaka papa hairdresser untimi nkan hairdresser even saloon back one na mienu without a hairdresser. I think what we know is money then all because of the gold reserves other things are abwa. Me fan koma politician biya. But what I'm trying to say is, Sankasana and Quebec na can you go do na yetu no? Young quiet enemies, young Kasa quiet slaves. Me a Ghanaian. In fact, me am Rofaba. Muntu go do no. Could you believe say it's me to go ewa haya. Na ya the one bar. Edia tia workers ni naka. Na ya tabari mako 11. Helicopter mpa near the quadrature. Na young Kasa yati hani yati yesikaso. Na will be a buyer, then beko agreement say, young Connie say, your percentage you say, for develop or mine, fire over, a baby too good number corner, a quine cry, but none of the hair queen. A baby, just a yeti a seka crab, oh, more mobile to go, no fine, but your quine in your intimunya, eh? Quine ya, a fast would do, you can't say, territory, a 50 pass side hawk on, look at how. I don't know how, I can bet to me a yejuma, but I don't need yejuma, a banner sunny pediana bread.
Nti hu ni se trimod nim ne nim ana se trimodin
yenim yempa ni fo bebre abrichire ne yakoye yenim we know all these things na mom se yaka so omunya ne saa ese sika no ebeba beye oman ne yie oman ne beye kama because sika na ese ebekwa akodi obi botom no ene ye de ye kwan sika ese akodi obi botom no ye de develop kro no ekwama timamufo no da bi ye yenim ba ya brody beye we know it. Pasenka one percentage monfa develop area how said do mahini yi yemfanye ya monfa nkrofo ha etinipa we ha se gold ni etu a half on ya fa percentage monfa be 90 na foreigners ne ada ba bi no monfa bi a be 10 yenim kan kwasi na ya adwempo ne ya adwemfi pa.
Back to our business now, you know, say now no meeting come we off air, but me who say who be here say ye ne afofro so check the same information which they say abano they say what in any technical and vocational you know so na so who say niam bi enye ntwa wie emamo sasi subi na kire dey ntina o kan asem
kwasi be that say na we say minyanu full interview akabani beje pa because abani ti America say I would applaud him in a way because se wukọ baabia kuro bia ebetu mpon bia no ensanunwuma eye ade a in fact ehia pa ana sa private companies and enterprises no enne boa ma kuro bia ye dey ekos enti aban ba ye ordinary ba eye ensanunwuma ho sa apprenticeship no anka eye adwempa eye adwene kama pa nanso so ade ne ye de ba implementation kwa be fa so a ade ne be ye adwuma na ebe boa wo man no eno na akwa ne politics enti no emfa
there na office nke oso mo ya omunye ya o bit media to adwama
akwasi obi ani se me wo hai wo ba sunyan ne ye ka papa hairdresser untimi nkan hairdresser even saloon ba kwa na mienu without papa hairdresser etinka the best thing is say ye pese yenya saloons a omo akosua o nimde ne wo ho na omo nkyerɛkyerɛ nkwala ne maye etinka nye apprentice no kra na ese omo ye dey omo hwehwɛ sebi aban na chiri kwan aban no mom na ese nka ye dey reach out to I can say individuals so omo already dey omo into that business. You have to contact them first. Now, send ye be ye say me the program say na ba na I think say it's within your what your domain e your mo category enti there na ye wahu na ka ene mo but when akwa say ye de nkola komo obi asabi onye hairdresser nimpo obi ewo container kitikiti bi mu a etimi mfa nipa be ye miensa enso ye de nipa be ye 5 akwa akoma safo enti no eye nanso so the implementation is the problem. Ye monitor ye nya ne hwe no an say politics we di we achi na asa nipa na de amom na akola ne iko no de ne wokwa akosua but ye wo oman yi mu ye nim saloon so a registered e wo aban mu a sabi etua e kan say taxes in everything na ye in fact very professionals betimi ayeden a deliver a training mofra no sa for no nya bi nemu ye de bekwa akoma obi a ni saloon po entumi mfa nipa 5 enso ya akoma nipa 10 nti omokọ adwuma bia nso so nyede eni ho enti na de policy na wo implement no emfa so be na beba fa so be pa na be free mu aba enti e se aban na crofo ran kasa e hia ase e make sure se wo ye ko sunyan ye ko bie ko wa ye wo saloon say ye wo master say omo say do mu sitie omo betumi but porter na ya bie porter nti obie porter na me ko se me ko ye bibia na amfa but ono a onni hwe no ono no ko bie porter na afa nti waba wuram nti o se e koma na nipa kakra pe na ya close porter no
If we say filling of the form airport and as applying through it and appropriate. Name was say a banam and casa identify say shop A, B, C, D. And me fee say the Ghana for a bebo.
That is the best way because I'm here good. Now me be pot and beer. Now said the onye good and I said Africa be a wash say we need that training no. And no what me report me to say a command on nipa. I no cry no will be a friend social enquiries. You have to. I say why do when you call us a nipa no meden kola manono and ye beer. San kola mienu mi ansa nan no o mbenya ba bi mpatra na saloon at say na ho ode say ne kase at say onye we bia but the fact say nipa no atumi abawura portal mu no nko ade na je say o accepted miti we ye other people accept o wonimde no me de nyame aye madoma ko school no fine but ye obi mu so a omo ye sa adwuma ya nyame kwa na de acho mu wonimde no but he doesn't know anything about portal oni bibia fa portal ho o ye de no akwa Philip portal and I say portal what is the portal. It is the right time senka a good policy, but the government need to what on one senka oma and for reach out to those the things they are doing the work. Oh, you are high on crofobri. But say Nenkola bikura 10, bikura 20, or chira or more dear sa be near cost. And there's a buy near day or make it yours obey. But so the baba a children young video and one farm macranka then kay.
Okay, one farm macra and kay. We papa hairdresser, ewo sunyane. Ghana has said, "Ope baby, we booty. Unya any problem be and as opposed to 3 bob locksy and who techniques. I was seeing at the aberture man for Nippon Pim and our fan and Sabri make us say, ordinary not to say a bear bino and see the style of identifying Nippa or meet me at Ghana for ma at the Sunday bay on Baynya. Akoma pass on Bessia and San Numa send the United to Fuse. There was a ye be a bit to me, send a bear, Ibenya, and Cran Chesse, Ibisuya Juma, and as a beco technical and vocational near acquired that skills. Dan said they be a white college job, they need dear chili, senior officer, and no a mere and Mesca and Babutum. Inti anona a year de or no erka. I feel the member a human DNT and I was say, will be back. A pepper hairdresser or say oba now no abe adwuma say osua ana oba no aye adwuma man
yeah jaba me na wase papa hairdresser say me see me din kan ya no ade bia wo be bia no say ade A ana B ana why wadwin say wo be ya but modern access ade no be den wo be hwe de e wo ho everything anything about ade no ye enquiries ankasa ye hwehwemu na hunu de wo ye no because because me no abanchi ampese na aton I was saying making sure say abanchi ampese no me no an say a enipa ebe nipa de eti papa hairdresser de ye professionals that is the first thing and apart from that ye making sure say adwuma na ye no ahene fa na the end point no the end results are very very important. There are people on the no say why adwuma no na wagya to ho say ebe ye sense enye say but we adwuma no there was so many methods ye de dreadlocks why come to dreadlocks and ye be nyina bi konro wan ye nyina bi but say wo ye locks be a which I say would pin say pin na wo de ye no I be a 2-3 years saying na etie ni test and it say e bia won sa na ade ye it is saying after 10 years oh broni will be a friend evaluation what you are doing na no de na ma me bi e pro bia mana sini dan na mom abranti a wo konya no a wo si dan no ba ko yi e ko hu yi na o ka say ma kese wo de dan ma mi si na obi say krachi anya bia wo wasi dan amana bupen na o si an ma si bia amana bupen na de wo si rika sese wahu me dan mi si mani mupen na o de ba mi ame ye nti wo a wo gyina ho a wasi dan kra amana bupen o si abepa adwuma wo ya o be da na wa ye ni na ho na abrante no ka kire de wo si dan ne se ma me ni nti a me se fama me ne se masi dan amana bupen nti se de me si ya ebu ye ne saa na wo ye ni nti enche da ne be den ebebu nti wudi kan ya ade no kodo hu se emmoa. Then you stop, then you look for another method. Yet see Danny be at the entire locks no at it, yet the crochet ye chucha home, I say future enim. But if we a be develop is no, and then ya hunu bibi say there will work out the ya and money ya kama, yen chucha home locks no, even Bible criteria. Say okay hana or say radish or mammy babania nitino you want me fanya day and can't that any proper dreadlocks are home I've told you blocks should be a papa be a home team. very powerful. Enti yemfa the moment how they sees as church locks no what say. Enye ye bio. Enti ba bia ye free ba ne de ye hu na hu se emwa. Na ye de another method say yemfa wax ni nye na nye kama no. Minua no monye.
Na je mo ba papa hairdresser had ya more experience no. Wo suahunu na.
Enye suahunu no keke ni ayi no keke na mom. Eduru ba bia wo gyi ni wa hu se ye sane etire ni bi. We ye locks obi aye twitwa ho asere bo se na ba bia ye lingelinge wo se wo hya ase na de pin no ya ebe progu ase bo se na o de apaso no waka kire di pa ne se apaso na ye de twitwa ho no ebe ma na ye smooth wo ni padua no de wo body no ya fa apaso twa na hwe the more wo twa no ebe kwa koduru kase no ebe ti wo nsa enti eye prohibited eye taboo se obi be ye locks o de pin be twitwe na owi a wase twitwa ho wase no ya hu se de sitie ewo mu a ebetete enti de America ne se apart from experience no I was say ye hu se ye dwene nipa ho se ade na ye no ya experience but ye ndwene wo mo ho se obampo na me de chinchina ye ne se mamia kire ne se this is the right thing. That is why papa hairdresser ye dem sononko for more than 10 years near still ye de so ti ha no bi mo baaye ni nyina agu asa because nipa ne mabio o twa de tinwi ya manasa enwi no o pe be o pe bi o pe nwi ni bi oba na wasanso atwitwa gu ho wi ana waboaboa no wakoto agu and that is the secret.
Ebinum say mo ye locks na untimi nsane bi e man me normal tire no kre
I entrokase pa because ebi ne yesane hwe enwi kama eno kra na o matwitwa so still ayesane o mo de pin kra ye dindindin no yesane wonim Ghana me ba Ghana first no mo ye say oh I dreadlocks kra de ye mfa pa me nye eti Ghana obehu se na ye twa wo pa me ni nyina to agu na kopem se be 50 am se ye ntro mrofo no kura tinwi na toro no kura no ye lock enne wo mo acha asese saade a papa timi lock ye permit a yenso so ye be lock permit ni bi wo be lock anka for the right way permit untimi lock without using the wax but enne o de pin o mo de pin no koya na sebi aye say banchiri as wo ba fon bibi oni mo ba fon bibi
there be o ba fon bibi ni
o ba fon dross o ba fon ni dross
aya na say
dindi say kachi
wo hu bi da
oh bebre
ye da no hu
na ma fon de se bebre meti we sabe ye nyankola ye nyini eti ti mu se area bia ye basa ye say bawi tantantai ye mfa pin and lock e kan say payment eti be lock payment na ye wo molding gel ana ye wax eno abe moldi tire no na ye kama na se wo twitwa ho ama na ye smooth de ma me bi se o mo se me say abodamfo na wa bonten o muti na lock no aye smooth pa o ya o mo na ko twitwa ho mo
David
enti no enye twitwa ho ne de sai tire no mani abere pa na meka say ase meeting fifre me won gi cross me mpomani because mani abere ko say the AC kono this year krofo e ba ha nyina ya nkrofo a ya twitwa omuti asai no na omo ba na ya sane na ya sai no foforo omba na ya sane na ya no foforo because ye di apaso asai wo muti ni nyina ebe kakra no omo nya bio because me ko ye locks na be wi akire meeting wi ni nyina na aku aye say kwew kitikiti bi na etu me wi bi ti sesi a wo he ni tinwi pa o ka say oh na meeting wi mo wi pa o nso ya twa hwe de aka de beka na beka wan ka say ti hwe yi bone enko ye locks wo baby me yemfa pin nya ne enwi ntwitwa wuting wi ni ntum wuting wi no ye twa ko na ye twa ko no na esa na
say say wa me hu ni esese ye asomo a eye etiri no adwuma no o based on experience ne musu ehu na mo wo no ntino say utu for kire nka obi anka on reveal this to the public asembe na wo kan kire omo a omo de omo wura nsanunwuma te se de mu na even at all as teacher as a professional teacher no jai eye locks and atire adwuma na die sika wom
better etire adwuma ansanunwuma so obi ka kira wo se enya me I would always tell you say sadipa no oyo obro nsam serious pa say wow de won sabe adwuma say wonim me I've been a teacher my teacher adwuma pay my adwuma as a social welfare officer pay my krobia sante wo de kwa say me no adwuma ma sha from Ichira good my bia my adwuma as a full journalist sane me nyina moa mi o enam ne ya me ye locks ami amadwuma no ana boa mi oh yes etiro obi ka kira o sense anunwuma enya de papa that person oboa ne ha ma kira doctor for adwuma nurses for ba be sua adwuma teachers for ba be sua adwuma omo mo sua adwuma no these people afi ne ba be hu na bi be sua adwuma hu na wo hwe de efiri mu ba pe na wagyae de oye because mo certificates libre gufie ba me fa nya adwuma because we na me ye no eye better eye stress free and afen so no e ma wo income a wo pe bia no wunya eye double
nti we suffer nti obi wo ho a one ne ka asem bia opera na we de minti fan tudwa in a day say adwuma ya minimally ubetime anya say na say a year so a ubetime anya say and a month so ubetime anya say
we exams kese pa arithmetics enye nanso so a day na edu time bi kura na anhwe kura bi a one day kura bi a ebetime aba a day say obi antime anya dey emma natural hazards ewo ho ensuo betumi ato etientimi ka but ene wo ko hema yi mu anem ba ya adwuma anye but anye kura no minso free ane de minim say na me 500 bi de na me nsaka enti no say me ka say adwuma wi enye wo da fa ne say me ba ya 500 me nsay ni nyina na enka 200 na me save 200 a day wo de wan ka say calculation no 200 a month e wom say enti say 30 kura no a wo benya 1 wo benya 30 multiply by 2 benya 60 enti ye but me kira de bi anka ya ma me ya 20 but ha no in a month no nyame aye madom manya 3 months ka aban mu no anka obese 3 months no ha no manya no say 1 month per media nya
enye kura no na be 6000
manya 6000
na ye dia
6000 no kwa 200 na me de ye yo eya 500 and 500 is all the multiplier it's more than 6000 it you know we dey say masia apai de ka enye kura no masia adwam yenu and I use 200 instead of 500.
Okay.
200 no mum na me number 6000. It is a 500 na obenya. Eti edru tembi so anyam betimi aye madum. Na say mba ya me ya madum nya be 3000 just one day. Oh ya must be from person ni pani chia de no hu say it is true. One day 3000 aye obi akatua. Ntita na me kira de mo government ho anwan no e bedru bo so me ansa na me.
Enfan say within a month no. Sa 3000 for example at me pim nyame adoma me pim be 4 times and yet the whole month 3 days you know we cry be 9000 plus
because the nipa na wait here no I want calculating fa enti no de me pa kira ni say a very lucrative in fact business me mintimi otunya ha kra no ye chem miensa mintimi nya afuti but me pese nipa ehu mfaso a ewom na oya omfa ahode ne nyansa ne bibia hunu se mfaso ogum na wanye ne yie ne
be sunyane ha ede
me kira we se sunyane ha kra no se population ye chemiensa ne ama me ba ko a me kwa mentumi nye sa adwuma but I say enuanum bi wo mu adwene no ene mo a ebo mo they don't want to share the idea ohunu se oka nipa bebre bebam ye the more na me kana me kira nkwara na de na obi ehu no the more no na nyame kira me nti at times ye ba ha nipa kura firi nkran kubase ne ba eti me customers yesi na uchera omo me de omo fa omo nko ebi kura ba me cheda ko me buy wo ha ko no nyama
the masters ni bi tie sa
oh yeah unse obi wo ha na adwe ye ne se eye ni secret eti no se o sele a e ba sa na djuma be ko fam e be gu na djuma me so ma sele sa de mo a me sele no na djuma ne ikosoro me sele no na ikosoro me hide bibia obetimi aba wo ka banku no aka kire se banku yi enyo adwuma we enyo enso so wo gusu wa yade a enye nkajaye wo si banku no enye da bia wo boka na ade a wo ya wo boka jaye obi akotena US wo ka abrichire de enyo nso wo ma metena da bia wo che ho wo ye wo nipa bone sembi ni adwemfi wo nipa trimu a se wo ko sei wo bi in fact na fuo na wo kokodo fuo ni bia anya den enye yi
nkumdwafo ense endi
enkodidwa enye yi eti enye nso a enye masa me kwa meda ye Ghana fo nyina ti eti o say nipa who the right and that's why make us omunya isi etwitwa ho say they will allow you munjutwa wudwa say na so on bebre me enti me komani but eno no ye adwembone nyame da bia o hwe nipa wakoma ana wodi shira enti wo say you David you are after my heart right because David na adwum ye den eye fine enu mu na nyame fa so shira ye ti wadura enye ye biti he obi o ye tire oto maduro wo be koda ni para ka say akwa we David because na adwum ye fine o san so shira I teach you I give you the secret behind the adwuma say be ye nyina obi ahon be den obi ahon beto no e ba ni sa obi ani ho papa hairdresser
enti ha ye home of what
a home of beauty a home of education a home of training in fact a home of happiness because we free hakon when yaji unu hoda professionals.
Me shada na me hide with title back as apostle. We nyame adwuma. Adenti amanfo bebre kan say ana eta ka say how say bema we science of no sabotry. Is it not against the word of God?
Nyame ni je ho no ho. Say obebo oba ti da oba no ho ba fe. Oba no ho ba fe. This is not my first time. Obi anim so for obi anim. First no mu ni me ba na asofo tag me na aye sofo na sofo a obotire sofo a ebi mu kwa de sofo eni hu kwan se oya adwuma. We sofo aye sofo chai e ka ni say Paul ni Peter no mana.
Are Paul ni Peter no mo adwuma.
Oh yeah, we adwuma 2 Thessalonians chapter number 6. Osi ye adwuma no pa, ye adwuma wia, ye adwuma nwumre ni anajo. Eni say nti ya mbe ya de so amfa masafo me mpese masafo, me ya de so masafo. Obekwa asori bi na ye kan say anyomtofo mu commission we mu na be commission ye mfa aduane nko mission house right wo ye sofu chen Peter wo ye sofu chen Paul osi ye adwuma no pa wie ne anwumre ye anadwo nyina eti ya ma me ya de so amfa masafo no me ye madwuma and adwuma na me nyame fa se de ehira me wo how you know unim the number of enkola matreni wo mo ne omo ye omo nsa no nwuma my training more than 200 omodoso because I was here for about 10 years ni omo kwa abrochire ebi kura men kai bi eti se me ye sofo ana matwi bi shoe matwi ni kama na da bia makotrase me wonimdie bi se yo o mi ko South Africa mi ko sua nimdie bi enso so me fere me ye sofo me tumi enkyire saade no a abusua nanka aburo baye because nimdie na wo no onfa nko heaven. So for me to be catch us me, kametumi atwika pa, kametumi aye sei pa, me wonimdie sei pa na so me ye sofu nti. Masa, papa, onye sofu. Sofu bia no, I was say we make sure say you make an impact and change lives. Changing of the lives, not the word alone. What I am doing here is a ministry. The greatest ministry is to impact lives of people. Manipa ekase asuma sinti ene manya atwuma ameye obintinti ene me ho atomi eno na ye ministry no ministry enye se sofo fa unsa to damirifom na fe twitwi wo mpaboa ho onam ana wo hyehyɛ nkomtro ne nkomben papa bɛn osi de ye hu kra na ye hu no fa ne fa. It is never true. And ne krofo se nyame mame kofa ba bi insura fam no me ne krofo bi ye ndwuma enti I know what is going on. Me see ye need for be obetimi dito na wa bodi na wa yesi we say asori ma na ye ye ntro me see ya fa we mu nyina because ye wa haban kra sebe ye de for ye di so a wo ba ye ti bi ka wonsem ye wo hankia ye di konuma wo be ye adwuma so fo de won sa be ye adwuma be ma de ye de be duru ba bi no be ye mre wo sisters okọ no be go eti wo betena sabre no na fe nketwa no a eba no na wo tu wonfo e wa asafunum na mom se wo no as de wudi animu no wamfa wonsa na anya adwuma practicalize mo mo ani wachi ansua wanamo a na wakogya no waka no kwa
we mra be de o maso.
That is the way mra just o montumi enti no ade ne se wo pani no de animu na ye nkware de ye ni akire sofu bi obeka akira wo se oye sofu no oye adwuma bible si otie bia no oye kwadwofo ana onye nyame sofo nyame honhom ni se eni ho kwan se sofo eye adwuma mete sa sofo no oye kwadwofo ene bia onyusu bible no because yesu ye example ana o ka se ba bia adri comedy ene o se monko nsuonum na monko to dra na munyi fish bra monko to dra na o munyi fish no na o se mompai ni mu ompai ni mu no den na ewum. So the example ne se until se wo beye bibi no sika won sanye den won sanka eti utira honom na aka kire me se me yesofo na me nya adwuma de a ene na wo ya asofo na sebe eye business ye de asori dem aye dwadie. But the word says masori fee ebeye mpaibo fee and not gadie, not market, and that's what they are doing. Eti I am not that type. Tibi dia me ye adwuma pa na kire no na me de ye adwuma na me ministry no e share from the papa hairdresser to the firstborn assembly. Iti mabai ministry na na ewo mu ye kire ye ho o se hey ye nyeri se ye nko ni se sa nipa no o kire bi no obehu no na ono nso so wa hu abie ni shop na adwuma e koso kama ma no timiduro akwadam kese makoma ye den atomi yam se de me ye me dua ye no afifiri na so aba.
Okay, we papa hairdresser and I say apostle Asante. Anamboa. Enuano. Okay. Ena ye no ebedi enkomo. Edi free South Africa for on the say what our mochi. And so mudi omo chicken kafom. But also hope no there wo ho. Many others no be sure South Africa be sure. But them ngwa say ono kwa among many no say on the tie South Africa for echi. Ye no nsa ka xenophobic attack ho ne ho niama out to aban na afei technical and vocational programs here ni pe ye na afei date na we say ye ma ye need skill jobs echi na wani ache panyi ye koi o last words e ma oti for ni ahwefo afei adwuma fo na wadwadifo
medasi papa de be ka de shansa no nnwuma wo hoi eboa obia chese emu ho abomfia ana wo ye nsa no nnwuma se wo pamade se wo ye hairdresser se de ade bia ye nsa no nnwuma bia no emfere emfere ho kora se be ya enka coat she coat me ye se be ya ye be fast ntida ma obia but ye wo ye ntade na ye bibia ye hye wo pe kora na she coat se ye hye bi she coat e de akotena ye kan se banga wo she coat ni bi na fatra wadwuma brand wadwuma ni ye because ensa no nnwuma adwuma bia ni wa in fact fetch more than that na ma wadi nku na mesre saa pese minkuminya nka menko a ma me papa onko a ye de akura na se hokura ma wa wontumi nya wo nyina ati but the moment a wo ma wakomam eda ho na eye fine na wo boa na de wo tirim no wo yi apie because obi ka say my secret no my secret is my power. It is true, your secret is your power, but who gave you that secret? Nyame edide nyame pesa wo de so wan fa nya obema obi that same secret a eche wo de no we ba ahosoro na ye tiatia wo so because se wo kwa fuom na se bode no akonya meti mienu a wano ye baako nyame pa akira wo se obi nso de eden e wom bi eti ye firi ase minim se ye pesa bi nkuminyo se ye atirimodi o se ye de yo ebi koba ba se o se ahwe wo ha ebi si no me mfa ahwe nto no akwaji obi ba sika se be kire na adwuma na odi akodisie or hide masa eye change duabo eye duabo kase pa feel free nyame na de maaye there is nothing that we have yanye de yenya it se wunya ya wunya firi obi ho na saa nipa na ye twedi amponyankropon eti firi wakomam na kire no feel free the moment a wo kire wo mo saa no bo si nyame de bi ye den na wo de bi ba na wo de bi ka ho wo se betie minim nku ye enso nyame ama minku ne utiri so apakora na ebefu minim oil me ko ye no wo but medano na nyame aba but we say ya in a vision in trance you say fa we kan we hu fa we say why because truly from you no feel free o de ma na the more na wo de ma no na nyame no de foforo be ka ho no de foforo de no de ka ho me hu ni say Ghana ye ha no obi e wo ho onimtire bi bo but all man yonku hu o say wo ba no wa hyeda no de sie ahu that kind of but eno na ma ya limited to where we are but ye pese nyame nhira ye na ontre ya hye mu dia che nimdie no the more na wo che no na foforo so ye den na eba na wo ma wo nko awo de ne ka hwa no na be ka hwa obi ba benya de chen wo de wonu ba ho so no wa yira won sisem eti misira mu a ye mfiri ye mu na ye nya ni saa na ye ni saa no a ebeboa ye nyina na me hira
mintimi hu senka omo amu ye tri na omo amu ye makeups se nka nipa ne de omo nim ebeto ho se omo nya omo a se so ombe disappoint mu ti se adwuma adwuma bi ti se fashion tailor ne carpentry for I don't know na wo de mutri ye se mutri mbie so mu na mde aba afuto be na ode ma omo a ntu sheda obaba no so capital you dey ebeba eno ebeba na ya be kan no enti ha aye KMTV what's here face the fact sure face the fact jumadi so na ne ye ne o ehia ya ye ne papa hairdresser ehia ya me ka papa na bianca no be so we ne papa hairdresser ebi hia ya oni ye che sa enkomo yi me gidi ye se abo yi pa wosua de afrim ntimesre wo se wo ye adwuma bi etise ne o kan ya se wo kire obi a hweni ye se wo nkire en haide sa nimde na wo ne bi se adintra me kire no hu nyina obagi madwuma en kire sa wonim adwuma se obi pe o pe se oba na obeye adwuma wo ha obeye se nti de ni tente ni tete nyina ne se bi wa komam ne wonim ya enti nipa ne nya omo awirehyimu obae no kire no ebe yakura wo wi a trees no na hwɛ sɛ owie ye no ɔde yɛ adwuma sɛ wɔmfa nya no afutuo bi kura ɔde atunufo na wayɛ den wayɛ ɔse sɛ yɛkyɛ baby a ɔte no kura na de mawa de yɛ kya ma on kwa wontimi nya ho adwuma nyina enti yɛ nyina yɛhwɛ ne nye ne yie na yɛ no yɛnyɛ no kwan papa so na emmoa nipa na omoba abe access yɛ service no yɛ ne sɛ abɛboa yɛ medin de magina kwasi aka common man with the common sense me na medin nyansa free me na yam eba wiase mansua minsuro nipa but me buade fere ade but wodi besi a metwa nti hweye onye nyansa ne a free me platform so me ne nyansafo ne nimdifo ne bo eno nti woye nyansa ne dia subscribe like comment is see but me hwe na wonye nyansa ne dia me yiwa free so me na platform ne ya me dia me da se be bye bye.